someday. For me and someday, two roads that will never meet. Like lightning from the sky, you came to me. Hello, someday. Never thought you'd come my way. I wasn't sure that I hold on. You come around and I'll be gone. Hello, someday. Can hardly find the words to say. You're everything I thought you'd be. Standing right in front of me. Hello, hold on tight. Hello, just feels right. Hello, someday. Baby, it's our time. Put your hands in mine. Let your fears drift away. Trust the love that we have. No looking back. Girl, we're on our way. It's all here and right now. It's about me and you. It's about living in the someday we fell into. Hello, someday. Never thought you'd come my way. I wasn't sure that I hold on. You come around and I'll be gone. Hello, someday. Can hardly find the words to say. You're everything I thought you'd be. Standing right in front of me. Hello, hold on tight. Hello, just feels right. Hello, someday. I recognized you right away, though you took me by surprise. I never knew how you changed my life. Hello, someday. Never thought you'd come my way. I wasn't sure that I hold on. You come around and I'll be gone. Hello, someday. Hardly find the words to say. You're everything I thought you'd be. Standing right in front of me. Hello, hold on tight. Hello, just feels right. Hello, hold on tight. Hello, just feels right. Hello, someday.
And that was Ross Webb with Hello Someday. And on the phone from Moss Vale in New South Wales is Ross Webb. G'day, mate.
G'day, Pete. How's things, buddy?
I'm very, very well. And yourself?
Oh, pretty good. It's a bit chilly up here today, though.
Yeah, not the warmest down here, mate. It was. I think it got to 12 degrees was the top temperature today. So.
Oh, geez, you're lucky. We didn't even get to see that.
Oh, okay.
We even had a bit of sleet floating around today.
Oh, okay.
So.
Yeah, no, we had a bit of rain and hail, but that was about it. So, yeah. All right, mate. give us a rundown on who Ross Webb is. Quite a few of my listeners probably haven't heard of you. They've heard your music, but they probably don't know who Ross Webb is.
Yeah. No, I basically lived in the Highlands here for close on 30-odd years. Really only got into the music side of things probably, actually, it'll be 6 years ago now.
Yep.
Through a friend of mine that he'd been in the music industry for ages up around the Highlands and the coast area up here, and every so often I'd have a few too many beers and end up having to sing with him at a couple of his gigs, and then he just sort of said, told me one day, he said, I think you need to maybe take this a little bit more semi-professional than what you are. So he helped me out and put together sort of a band and put together my first gig, which was back in 2013. So, yeah, 6 years has gone by pretty quick. And sort of since then, just started doing my own gigs for the first 2-3 years.
Yep.
And through that period, which I never thought I'd ever do, but started writing some lyrics for some songs and just about different things that had gone on. And as I said, was never a Rhodes Scholar at English at school, so that was a bit of a surprise. And since then, just sort of kept on at it over the last probably 4 years, I guess.
Yep.
And released my first single this time last year, which was a song called You and Me.
And that went to number one in Europe and the UK.
It did, yeah, which was very surprising. Like I said, it sort of got a bit of airplay here in Australia, but it took off over there, which was a massive surprise to me. And, yeah, as I said, after release, I think it was about 4 or 5 weeks in when it sort of hit the top 10. I thought, it would have hit its peak by now, but it sort of kept climbing and eventually got to number one early November last year. So that was huge. Like for our first release, I was just stoked.
Yep.
So, really thankful for that.
Then you're probably sitting there thinking, why didn't I do this earlier?
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's funny. Funny you say that. That has crossed my mind a few times why I hadn't done this a little bit earlier. But, so subsequent to that, we did a second release, which was the song you just played, Hello Someday.
Yep.
Once again, sort of got a bit of airplay here in Oz, but once again in the UK, we released it over there and it hit the top 10 on the same chart. It reached number 8, I think it was, in March this year over there.
Mm-hmm.
So that was, for those two songs to sort of do that was, unreal. It's sort of, not saying it justifies it, but it makes you feel pretty good.
I think it made it onto the My Country Australia chart too, didn't it?
I think it did, yeah.
Back in March.
I think it might have got into the top 40, I think, there on the My Country chart. So, so for that to happen for our first two songs, I was just over the moon. So we wanted to do another one, and hence the third single, which is an Angels classic, and people were sort of saying, do you really want to do this? And we thought, what the hell? Like, it was put to us. Actually, the guy I'm now working with in the local radio station up here in the Highlands, he had this old CD of someone had done a demo, and they did a cover of this same song.
Yep.
And sort of stripped it back a bit, and that's where I first got the idea. I thought, we can do something with this. So with the guys that are in the band, we just sort of started mucking around with it acoustically and started playing it at a few gigs, and the feedback we got was superb. So we thought, might have to take this a little bit further. And I was talking to a mate that's produced all the singles for me, and sort of put it to him, and he was really sceptical. He said, I don't know, because it's such an iconic song. And I said, look, what the hell, let's give it a whirl. People are either going to love it or hate it.
Yeah, that's it. And people love it.
Yeah, well, and once again, the feedback's been great. Like, I've just been stoked with how it's gone, and the feedback that I've gone through all the different radio stations that I've spoken to, and and just through Facebook and YouTube and things like that. And just really happy with the sound that we got. And Jay Seeney done the video for us.
I actually watched the video today. It's pretty good.
Yeah, video's come up really, really well. CMC been giving it a bit of a play, which has been great too. So. Yeah, just really happy with the result of it. So that's where I'm sort of at the minute, and just sort of looking to write some more tunes and hopefully get some more stuff out there in the near future.
Now, have the Angels reached out at all?
No, but it's funny. One of the guys in the band, his brother, I don't know if he went and seen the Angels, but anyway, he ended up catching up with one of the Brewster brothers.
Yep.
At the event, whatever it was that he was at, and he was talking about what myself and his brother were, actually doing with the Angels song.
Mm-hmm.
And he said it's funny, when they wrote the song originally, it was supposed to be a ballad. Like, if you look at the words, like, it's a love song, and he said that was the way it was supposed to be. But because the Angels, what was expected of the Angels back in the 70s and 80s, the sound that that it evolved into just was the way it went. But he said originally it was supposed to be a love song. So when we sort of heard that, it sort of, I'm not saying justified, but it sort of, the tangent we were on, I thought, yeah, this is good. Let's give it a run and just sort of see where it takes us. But subsequent to that, I can't say I've heard from them since we've released the single. So it'd be nice if they did.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah,
I'd be a bit worried if Doc reached out, though.
Yeah, you never know, mate. All right, now coming up. So you said you've been writing. So you want to release an EP by the end of the year?
That's what I'm hoping. That's sort of the goal at this stage. We've got sort of the basis of probably 2 to 3 songs sort of ready to go to potentially record. So I just wanted to get another couple more sort of tucked away. So hopefully, all things being equal, if we can get something ready for the end of the year, if not early next year, that's the plan.
Yep.
Be all original material. So as I said, things are sort of going on quite nicely at the moment. Happy with how a couple of them have come out. So, but as with most songs, they evolve with the sound over, as you sort of start messing around with them a little bit more. But where they're sitting at the moment, pretty happy with how they sort of have come about. So fingers crossed, as I said, that's the plan, to have something sort of out towards the end of the year.
Yep.
If not January. So
January ready for Tamworth.
With a bit of luck, that's right. Yeah.
What everyone does, get ready for Tamworth.
It's a bit like that, isn't it? Yeah.
You go to Tamworth, there's 300 bloody CDs you got to buy.
Maybe I shouldn't do that. Maybe I'll do it after. I'm not sure.
Yeah. All right. Now, gigging-wise, you've got a few coming up. Where are you gigging?
Yeah, we're down at Milton this Friday night, which is down the south coast of New South Wales.
Yep.
We do a lot of gigs up here in the Highlands, basically where I live, because, the guys and plus myself work full-time. So we've got to work around that a bit. But we are trying to branch out into other areas to get to a different audience. So we're trying to sort of branch out into sort of initially, I guess, southern New South Wales, where we can sort of drive, if not, sort of down to even the border of Victoria and so forth.
Yep.
Puts a few applications in just for a couple of the smaller festivals that sort of float around as well.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm hoping that a couple of those come off. Because as I said, just trying to get into front of different people, to be honest, sort of, that haven't heard of us, as you sort of mentioned at the start of the interview, like, people who they'll be saying, who's Ross Webb? So, if we can broaden our horizons and they can hear what we do, fingers crossed they like it. And as I said, it just sort of spreads the good word.
Awesome. All right, mate. Well, look, time's up. I thank you very much for joining us tonight on My Country Australia.
No, it's a pleasure, Pete, and I thank you for having me.
No problems, mate. Well, we're going to play your brand new song right now, and it is the Angels classic, Am I Ever Going to See Your Face Again? This is Ross Webb.
Went down to Santa Fe where the rainwater paints the walls. Described you clearly, but the sky began to fall. Am I ever gonna see your face again? Am I ever gonna see your face again? Tram cars and taxis, little waxworks on the move, carry young girls past, none of them are you. Am I ever gonna see your face again? Am I ever gonna see your face again? You need me, I got no place to go. Wait at the bar, maybe you might show. Am I ever gonna see your face again? Am I ever gonna see your face again. I've got to stop these tears falling from my eyes. Go walk out in the rain so no one sees me cry. Am I ever gonna see your face again? Am I ever gonna see your face again? Can't stop the memories that goes climbing through my brain. I get no answers, so the question still remains. Am I ever gonna see your face again? Am I ever gonna see your face again? Am I ever gonna see your face again? Am I ever gonna see your face again?